Yeah, you see that right, YouTube. You saw that right. Except now you're not able to hear it because Premiere is a dumbass. Okay, now you can. Yeah, you're seeing this right, YouTube. We're doing a Fire Emblem Gaiden Let's Play. Except it's actually April Fool's. So no, we're not. You may have, if you saw this when the video got uploaded, you may have seen the Gaiden thumbnail and like, oh my god, it's a fight. No, it isn't. You're just wrong. Okay. Anyways, welcome to the Backlot Podcast.
The what?
The Backlot Podcast. It's a studio
Backlot.
Backlot.
Was that the name?
Is that us?
This is the studio Backlot.
Backlot. Sounds like a place in bad blue goes down.
Yeah. It sounds like a Shady Denny's would be placed in
Backlots are just like film studio stuff. I'd
I don't
expect
know.
an actor to know this. I know Josh would. Oh, I can't actually pull up the soundboard because it blocks your guys' images. Oh, that's so sad. Soundboard has to go to you guys. And why is my recording frozen? What the hell? Discord, I hate you. There, I fixed it. Anyways, I've muted them, YouTube. You can't hear them right now. Oh, I had to unmute because Josh crossed his arms. He's too powerful! He's too powerful! But Brandon's also too powerful. Anyways, if you actually for some reason do want to see the Fire Emblem Gaiden stuff, like obviously you can see the gameplay now. Okay, I unmuted them. I should have said that. Don't hit the sound. If you do actually want to see the Fire Emblem Gaiden stuff in full screen and not having our faces cover it, link in the description. I'll upload a second version of these videos with all the Gaiden-fied stuff, but nobody cares about that because it's Fire Emblem Gaiden. Let's get to the actual podcast stuff.
Phased out as I clap.
Yeah, Josh is phasing in and out of reality.
Doctor Strange moment.
Doctor Strange moment. Well, like Infinity War moment, actually, just as a whole, where they all just like, they all just dusted. Anyways, we're gonna talk today. We want to talk about ourselves, me, myself, and I, and then Brandon himself and him, and Josh himself. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. I don't need to finish it.
You should say it anyway. You should.
Yeah,
And
do
him.
I get a him? Thank you.
Jeez.
Okay. So yeah, obviously, like,
I'll let go.
fun fact: these two did not see each other's faces for 6 months after they first met.
This is true.
It's been that's true.
I think it was yearbook signing during your guys' senior year when we met in person for the first time.
Yeah, because
Want to hear a funny story with that?
Yeah. Oh, do you have?
I think when I was signing yearbooks, I was making a message to Brandon, but I think I put it in someone else's, and I had to recover. I'm like, yeah, this could fit for you, and it's like, I didn't see a lot of you, but I had a great time hanging out with you. I'm like, yeah, this works for you, and I had to explain to him. Then I wrote the actual message in Brandon. I think I wrote an actual. If not, go find his yearbook and the message is for you.
I did not remember that. But no, like,
I don't think I said it.
They didn't meet recording for the channel, but they met around the same time when my channel actually started coming back, which is around, I want to say, November 2020. Because Josh introduced me to Among Us.
Yeah,
Among Us. Among Us is how I started getting all these people together online to do stuff. It wasn't for the channel initially. It was for Among Us. I know, a little sus, huh?
Okay.
I had to. But yeah, that's how these two first met. And I feel like Brandon pretty much has known almost everyone that I've brought on just because most of them are my theater friends. Obviously, there's people like James where Brandon obviously met for the first time. But I feel like most people he knew. It's always like Josh that has to meet new people. But even then, you knew quite a few of the people already. Like, you knew Cole already.
Yeah, I did a freshman high school project with him.
I think you knew Brett as well. Brett's one Brandon didn't know, I think.
Yeah, that is true. I met Brett for the first time.
Friends with Brett before I used to hang out with him during lunch and something like that.
I actually don't know. Did you know how well did he know Zach before Mario Party 2? Because I imagine you knew him just because he's our grade level. I don't know how much you actually interacted with him in high school.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I didn't know him at all.
Oh, really?
Never met the guy.
Really? I did not know that. What an introduction to him. Oh my goodness. Mario Party 2 is... Yeah, that's probably a bad first encounter, honestly, because Zach's so high energy. Oh my goodness. He is out of control. He makes...
I have a quick Zach introduction story. It wasn't the first time I met him, but...
It's gotta be better than the first time you met me.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The first time I met you was funny too, but this one's pretty
By better,
good. So
I mean less sus, less suspicious.
Right, yeah. So it was actually, he was introducing me to his grandmother. So here's what happened. So for whatever reason, I hopped onto Zach's back and he started carrying me around just on his back. And then his grandmother, came up to me and said, "Hi, what are you doing on my grandson's back?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know. I'm Brandon. Nice to meet you." So I'm still on Zach's back, and I shake.
How old are you?
17. Probably.
When this happened?
Yeah.
Oh, so you knew Zach at this point in time. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was a Zach introduction story, like introduction to Zach himself.
Yeah, I thought day one you meet Zach, you get on his back.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
No. Although I have done something stupid like that. I think it was my freshman year, maybe. I met this guy also named Josh, not you. But a different Josh. It was the first day I met him. I'd known him for like an hour, and I let him draw all over my face with purple marker.
You know what?
Funny.
Yeah.
Was it the end of the day? I would have loved it if it was the beginning of the day.
No, it was at one of the football games. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I don't think it was during the school day because I would have remembered seeing that at rehearsal.
Yeah, although it was my freshman year, I wasn't part of a ton of shows freshman year. I was part of
You did.
2.
You did everything but the musical that you could. And the musical's the only one you didn't do.
Yeah.
You only missed out on The Little Mermaid, and I wish I was you missing out on The Little Mermaid. Don't let Seth hear me saying that, but I hate that show so much.
I watched it. It was good. Y'all did good.
It was
I
mad.
watched that one too. That one was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I actually just hate. I think I just hate the show itself. But that's another episode.
Fair.
I think it was good because I was able to see so many people I knew. Like I knew was it Neptune? Who's the
so
dad?
You saw Understudy Night. So you saw Cola's Trident.
Yeah, I saw that one as well.
Wait, did I see? No, I didn't see Cola's Trident. I saw the other guy.
Wow, just calls his friends the other guy.
Well, he's my brother's friend.
Oh, Dylan.
So I knew him a lot. Yeah.
So you did not see Understudy Night?
I did not. I don't think.
I did.
Cole.
It's so long.
He also hated that show despite being understudy for one of the main characters.
Yeah.
I think he might hate it more than me, actually.
Really?
Why?
I'll have to ask him when we get him on here, yeah.
I had a good time watching it.
Yeah.
I just can't go back to watch any version of The Little Mermaid anymore. The whole thing's ruined for me. I can't stand it.
Really?
As Little Mermaid as I can get is silent karaoke, essentially.
Where you don't even listen to it.
Yeah, I just have to sing it. Crazy that was actually the second silent karaoke song.
Crazy.
You guys actually no, it wasn't you, Josh. Seth and Brandon tortured me. Tortured me with Little Mermaid. Oh my goodness. Oh no, we got sidetracked. But yeah, this all started with us talking about how you two met during Among Us.
I just don't see how that makes such wonderful things could be bad. Look at this.
It's cutting out so much.
Wouldn't you think, girl who has everything?
This is the audio equivalent to Josh's current video phasing in and out.
How many wonders looking around?
It's like that bit in cartoons where you open and close the door and someone's still talking.
Yeah. You know, you're allowed to turn it off now, Brandon.
You want thingamabobs?
I know.
I got 20.
He's just gonna play it for the entire thing.
You should turn it off now, Brandon.
This should thing again. He means it's mandatory. When will he break? He won't.
I'm now putting asterisks around the should. Get slowly more and more aggressive. You know, passive aggressiveness.
Of course.
Of course. But yeah, so that's the past with Among Us. And then of course, I honestly don't even know how we started getting you guys on the channel. I don't even remember fully. Like, I know I made that unreleased Among Us video, but that was so unconnected to anything else. And then I don't remember why we recorded that like challenge of me trying to remember all the 700 Fire Emblem characters. I don't remember what led us to recording that. It was us and Cole.
Was that the first video with us?
The first one that got actually uploaded. The second one recorded. The first one recorded was Among Us, but that didn't get uploaded till 2022.
Gotcha.
But no, like me trying to get the name of all 700 Fire Emblem characters on that like spreadsheet quiz. That was the first one that I actually recorded and uploaded with all of you. And I don't remember what led to it. I just remember that it eventually led to Fire Emblem 4. Is obviously I got just below like a 95% or whatever, which was like criteria for me having an Iron Man Hard 5 and Shadow Dragon, which I lost in 7 minutes or something like that. You know? Like that. I did that. I choked. In typical Alex Studios fashion, I died like instantly. Because I like do that for half of my Iron Mans. I like die so early. And all of them almost. And then like, I don't know if it was the next day or the next week or what. I went into it with like the idea of let's oh my god, I need water. I like went into it like let's try it again. Because maybe I won't fail this time. Then halfway through, me and Josh were talking, it was like, what if we just do Fire Emblem 4 instead? And you know, the Holy Sun was born. The Holy Trinity of Alex Studios content. No more dying, it's not allowed. Except I splashed water in my nose. Which is no fun, for the record.
Aerial moment.
Shut up.
Because water breathing in noses and stuff.
Yeah, how does that work? So mermaids can just breathe air and water? That doesn't seem fair.
I have no evidence to back this up, and I'm too lazy to look it up, but I'm just going to start saying words and see where it takes me. My guess is that that there's water is H2O, and the O is oxygen. So my guess is that they pull the oxygen out of the water, and that's how they breathe. Because they
Want to hear my theory?
Yeah. What?
Want to hear my theory?
Yes.
They're actually gods, and they can breathe in space as well, but they just don't go up there. They can breathe everywhere, but we just think they can only breathe in water and air.
They just don't breathe. They don't need it to survive.
Yeah.
That's a good theory. I like that.
I like
theory.
both of these theories. There's gotta be some way to combine them. Like, obviously mermaids have
They're
to be
opposites,
real.
aren't they?
Mermaids are obviously, like, they have to be real.
Well, yeah. I mean, have you seen them at the aquarium? Of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And you know what? At the aquarium, there are no bubbles because they're not breathing.
Maybe they just don't need to breathe.
I think Josh hit it on the head with that one. Yeah.
They just don't need to breathe.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Ariel just go. I don't think I've ever seen her do that.
Yeah, I don't think they breathe at
Even
all.
when she's singing, where you need a lot of breath, she just doesn't do that.
She can breathe if she wants to, but she doesn't have to.
Exactly.
Wait, she literally sings underwater. Wait, how does the sound even transfer properly to hear the singing properly underwater? That means she must have a really powerful voice. If you can actually hear it underwater.
Did anybody ever respond to her singing? Maybe she's just doing it to herself.
She was a famous singer, but like, in her family, her family was like famous for music. No, like, 'cause they had like the sister act thing going on.
I haven't seen the movie in so long. But that sounds right.
I missed that update.
It was like all of her famous sisters, because Sebastian's like a famous conductor. That's how Sebastian knows Ariel.
I thought he was just a crab.
He's a conductor. He's literally was Ariel's conductor, so when Ariel went missing, he didn't want to get fired, which is why he was essentially put up by Mr. Kingy Fatherman to hunt her down.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would the conductor hunt her down? Why wouldn't Hunter?
Who else would?
A hunter?
Anyone else? Her dad's the king.
Well, I never said that
stuff.
Little
Like,
Mermaid
"Nah,
was a
send the
good
user
movie
boy."
or a good story, so I might be missing a couple of steps, but that's the general gist of things. Sebastian's a conductor, Ariel's a singer. How does that work underwater? I don't know. I'm
The magic of
confused.
movies for children.
Why do we keep coming back to Little Mermaid? Of all the things we could talk about, why do we keep coming back to Little Mermaid?
Because you brought it up, and now it's a funny moment.
Anyways, I did recently rewatch at least the greatest moments of Fire Emblem 4, and the good moments were so good, but part of me wants to re-go back to those videos because, I don't know, the great moments are amazing, but you could definitely tell that I was a very different editor when I made when I made those greatest moments, because they're sloppy and they have so much fat that could be cut. Like, there's what? A 2-hour video, a 2-hour video, and a 2-hour video over 6 hours of greatest moments alone? No, cut that down. Hour and a half video. Boom, done. That's all it needs. And maybe one of these days I will do that. Maybe one of these days I'll fully rewatch all of Genealogy just to recut it best of, but I don't know. Love that series and all, but it was a great series. I think really though, one of the main reasons why I look on it so fondly is not because of the actual series itself, but more the memories of making the series. Like when Brandon gaslit me into thinking I had merch.
What?
I remember the bit, but I didn't think you were actually.
Well, he tried to gaslight me into thinking I had merch.
I tried to gaslight you
so
into
essentially-
thinking that you had merch.
Well, I guess maybe more the audience than me, but we were starting a video and you were like, Alex, you should tell the audience about your merch. And obviously, I had no merch. So, and you kept, trying to push it, and then eventually you just got to a point of, wait, you don't have merch? After, 5 minutes.
What is wrong with me?
I don't know, I actually thought it was pretty funny. That is one of the moments I would not cut out of a best of. I would actually keep that. It was... And then, obviously, the football stick, which I
What?
brought... You don't remember the football stick?
What is those two words don't go together.
No, remember the football stick was my $1 million idea, where when watching history documentaries and stuff, they're like, this was the length of 14 football fields.
Yeah, I see where this is going.
with the football stick, you can measure that a lot more easily, and then it can fold down into just one really thick yardstick, so that it's like a 2-in-1.
That
What's
just sounds
even
like
worse-
a measuring tape with extra steps.
What's even worse, YouTube, is I don't know if I've released the Alex Point blooper reel yet, but for some reason behind the scenes on Alex Point, that got brought up, and I was like, I brought it up as hey, Brant, tell them your really stupid idea, and I was expecting everyone to agree, like, oh, that's so stupid.
No, Zach agreed with me. He's like, that's
They all
genius.
did. They all agreed with it. They all thought it was a great idea.
It's because maybe I'm just smart.
You're just built different. I
am.
didn't realize it at the time, but maybe you're actually just a genius.
That's what I'm saying. No one believes me.
And also, like, one video later, you made a joke about shaving your toenails with, like, a pocket knife and cutting off your toes, so...
Like he said, genius.
It worked, by the way.
What worked?
Shaving my toenails with a pocket knife.
Oh, you actually
worked.
did do that. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Minimal blood. You know?
One
Minimal
toe
red
weaker.
blood.
That's mine.
And then obviously there were some other jokes from Fire Emblem 4, but I'm not going to mention them here because they're not funny.
What about F, Marry, Kill? That was a good
Oh,
one.
that's a funny one. That's one of my favorite ones. No, I'm going to say them just because the jokes I was talking about are Bolt Sword and Existence. Those are the two that I wasn't going to bring up because they aren't.
It was funny
Actually,
the first 10.
Existence kind of was.
and
Bolt
then the
Sword
next 100 it wasn't.
Bolt Sword is funny the first time, but that's it. But even
I
then,
think they were funny
the
just
original
because they
joke
made
went
me
on too long.
upset.
It like the first one because I just kept saying, "Taste my bolt," like so long. Just even like the first time, like it was funny at bits, but Existence was kind of funny. It was funny the first couple
Toe-juice.
times, but that oh, we're getting to Shadows of Valentia soon. That's where toe juice comes from.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, it all mixes to me. All mixes up.
Beslaughter.
Wild.
The art of beslaughtering. That was I like that bit. Like
Which one?
beslaughter.
I don't remember that one.
So Salem witch trials, they accused witches. They went down to like Arizona or
Right.
something, and
I
like
remember now.
all the people they killed, they called it beslaughter.
And did I tell you to do a definition of the slaughter?
Yeah, and then when I
That's
mentioned
what it
Salem witch trials and I mentioned Arizona, you're like, whoa, what? And then obviously I obviously was like I had the fix to your issue, you know. I'm just being like connected like that. Now Fire Emblem 4 is a good series. Cole is one of the main reasons though. Some moments were so much funnier than they would have been otherwise. Cole's funny. Cole's presence is funny. Oh, and there actually
think
is
it's
one
just
more
'cause
bit
it's
I want to
British.
bring up from there. I wonder if either of you remember this. I think Josh does, because we talked about it only a year ago. But Brandon, when you asked him if Josh had anyone he's into, and then we just like talked about like, oh, you need her social security number. You need her, and then we escalated like, oh, you need her thumbprint. No, actually, if you can't get that, you get her thumb. Face ID, get her face. And we developed to that. And the funny thing is, eventually I did find out who that was that we were talking about. I'm just like, oh my god. It's really funny to think about now that I know who it is. It's just
I feel like Dory because I don't remember any of this.
I remember it vaguely. It's been so long.
we talked about that one a little bit more recently, which is
Said
probably
a
why you
year,
remember it at all.
So
What a interesting conversation though. Oh my goodness. Anyways, yeah, that's Fire Emblem 4. That was really the first big thing I had you guys on for. It was a good time. It was a good time. We had fun. Voice acting was, I think, one of the things that truly made it stick out, at least in my mind, so much more than Shadows of Valentia. Now, obviously, going back to watch the greatest moments, the funny moments of Shadows of Valentia are infinitely better than the funny moments of Fire Emblem 4. But I remember Fire Emblem 4 way more fondly because of voice acting. Because we voice acted. Which I think is an interesting thing. Like,
Well, I mean, because a lot of the voice acting was like serious, but there were a bunch of other times that we just did weird bits with characters.
like Backstreet Boys in Chapter 9. Altena wanting her radio to play Backstreet Boys. And then you
I was
two
talking.
just continuing on with that conversation while I was like playing around with tape. And, like taping my mouth shut.
Oh yeah, there's that one.
That was weird,
Forgot
man.
about that. No, I was also talking about like the weird oify voice, or just random stuff like
Making
that.
all the Thracia people Southern. And then making a lot of the Augustia
Right.
people Southern as well. Until you had the conversation between cousins, cousins, Nana and Aries, where you just stopped the Southern accent because their conversation was too romantic for cousins. Yeah, voice acting is what made Fire Emblem 4, at least in my memory, pop. But Shadows of Valentia was a funnier series. I'll actually say that straight up. I think it was a way funnier series. I think the bits were funnier because I don't think we relied on the same punchline like Bolt Sword or Existence as often. There were a couple, like Grandpapa, that we maybe relied on a little bit too much. The Claire hate was also a little...
Claire hate was justified. I liked
No,
it
it
every
was...
time.
It may have been
Every single time it made me
justified,
giggle.
but it was too much. It was too much.
It may have been too much.
There's
however, it was
some
not
times
a
where I
bit.
watch
just
the
hate
videos,
Claire.
and what comes out of Brandon's mouth is like, oh my god, you cannot say that about a person.
I'm gonna say this.
There's like hate
If
crimes.
nobody liked it, I liked it. I would be if nobody else liked it, I would be the only one liking it because I laughed, I think, every time.
It was really funny at first. It just, I think it's like Bolt Sword. I think it started funny and Existence. I think it was like a lot of the recurring bits we have, where it actually was pretty funny at first, but it just, by the end of the series,
It definitely turned into a bazinga.
But
where it
by
was
the
like
end
that.
of the series, it's
Uh,
nails on a
Boltzmann?
chalkboard. Like by the end of the series, I remember when I was editing the greatest moments, whenever Claire's name got mentioned, I might as well have just done nails on a chalkboard because I knew what was about to happen. He was gonna go on a tirade and just like go ballistic on Claire.
I do not like Claire.
But you'll be happy about this. This is like one of the only times I'm gonna mention the gameplay that's happening below this podcast. Claire's kind of mid in Gaiden. She's not very good. I used her the whole playthrough, but damn, she's not good.
I hope she gets. I'm not gonna finish that sentence actually.
Oh my god.
It was that bad.
You were gonna. Oh my god. This guy. Oh my god.
I don't like Claire.
She's
Remember why?
she's annoying. She's a little annoying.
She said she was annoying, but she said this one bit of dialogue that probably didn't matter that much that I didn't like.
Yeah. And funny
but
thing
it
is,
was,
that also happened in the video that we had to re-record.
I think I remember the bit. She was saying something like, "Is that a peasant thing?" Like along those lines. Like,
Yes.
is
And
that
I
a
was
peasant thing?
"Oh,
I'm
you
too noble to
self-entitled
understand.
Bastard. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, she is entitled, but if you actually listen to her supports, she actually does change and grow. She actually does have a character.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I
Oh my
did not care.
Oh,
I hope she gets killed by Peter Pettigrew, but everyone thinks it's Gold.
okay. That was random. But yeah, Shadows of Valentia. Oh my god, stop dying, Alex Little. Shadows of Valentia was overall though, it was I don't look back on it as fond of memories, but like when I rewatch my old content for background noise, the Shadows of Valentia clips stick out really well. Because I really like them. Oh, and we talked all about Shadows of Valentia without mentioning Toju's.
Toe juice.
Toe
What a time.
It is dead, and I'm glad.
You
Nothing
brought it
else
back
is
once at
favorite.
3D World. It was you that brought it back once. You mentioned it once, and I was like, what the hell? Josh?
I'm
mentioned
Stockholm
it.
by it.
I thought it is
can't
one
get
of those
away.
absurd, just kind of disgusting bits, but I also love it, because it's just so... there. Oh, I guess we can't talk about Shadows of Valentia without talking about its massive effects on the lore of the channel. A lot of the core fundamental elements of the lore came from Shadows of Valentia. My basement being a country, the birthdays all being on July 4th, our father, Uncle Sam! Those all came
really?
from Shadows of Valentia.
Wow.
Oh yeah, the patriotic episode was such a banger. So many funny jokes. But yeah, for real though, I think unless there's anything else you guys want to say about Shadows of Valentia, I think that's it for that series.
Should we just add some more lore really quick?
Well, remember, lore kind of got reset with Alex Point.
We can still add lore.
I mean, we can. It's just reset now, technically.
Alright, from now on, all staplers are pistols.
See, actually,
canon.
really quickly, tangent aside, as far as lore, I kind of did an MCU. Like, we built up all this lore, and then after Alex Point, I kind of just don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm face forwarding it. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So, we're kind of in that middle period where lore kind of doesn't exist anymore. It kind of just is gone.
Yeah.
And it makes things simpler. It makes things simpler. Well, I'm trying to think, what was the next series with a bunch of people after Mario Party? Mario Party is the next big group series I did, actually. Because I did it just before 3D World. Because I keep forgetting. Shadows of Valentia was the summer before 3D World. What a long year! Because it definitely feels like that those two series were more than a year apart. And
well, that was the year of COVID, though, right? Where
no,
everything felt
this was the year
ridiculously
right
long.
after COVID. This is 2021, 2022. The major shutdowns and stuff was 2020 itself. So like Fire Emblem 4 was, but Shadows of Valentia is when it started. Everything started to open up. Like that's when we were going to start doing. That was our summer before college. So it really feels weird to think that once we went from Shadows of Valentia summer to 3D World summer to what did we do this past summer? Oh crap!
This past?
Alex Point.
I mean, I guess that was the connective tissue. There wasn't any major series. Summer of Fun was a series, but it was a variety series. There was no one like actual series throughout. So yeah, I guess Alex Point.
The only consistent thing was Alex Point, and that's not a series. That was just a series of filming.
Yeah.
I mean D&D.
But that was only 3 weeks though.
It's all a series.
So I wouldn't count it. It was a series, yeah, but it wasn't like a thing over the whole summer like 3D World or Shadows of Valentia. We'll get to D&D because that's a highlight. Actually, not this video. We'll have to have a separate podcast episode about D&D. We'll have to. That we have a lot to talk about there, I think. Especially us too. Because obviously you got all of your Isle of Calendar stuff to talk about. I have all my Isle of Calendar 2 stuff. But yeah. Mario Party was a good time. I liked Mario Party just because every video was so different. Except for the final two. Because they reused the same idea. But it had Seth instead of Josh, which completely switched it up. Because you had Brandon, who already knew the idea of challenges and knew what could happen. And then you have Seth that's just like, I don't know what's happening. And both videos were so funny. And everyone besides Josh ate 10 saltines in their mouth at once.
I didn't want to.
I did want to. I really enjoy saltines.
That was really fun. I wasn't expecting Seth to get 10. But I don't know. I'm thinking about the Mario parties right now. I think the first one may still be my favorite. The one with me, Josh, and Ethan. I think that might still be my favorite. Because all my favorite bits of the Mario parties come from that one. The passing drugs bit. The Lay Festin bit.
Oh, I remember that one.
Those are both.
I don't.
You weren't there.
That's probably why I don't remember them.
And then, of course, Mario Party 2 introduced Zach and Riley to the channel, and everything's been more chaotic ever since.
Oh, a clip of last night.
No, that has not gone up yet. That will not go up.
It could be a spoiler. It's a
All
very
you need
out
to
of
know,
context
YouTube,
clip.
is we started recording a new series last night, and Zach is a character.
Falls to the floor many times.
What series are you guys starting?
New Super Mario Bros. U. Yeah. We were gonna do Wonder, but it's harder to be violent in Wonder to each other. We like being violent towards our friends here at Alex Studios. It's a
That is
part of
definitely
the mission
a smoke
statement.
of my experience.
We like violence. The 3D World. 3D World. Oh my god.
3D Roll was fun.
3D World was amazing.
Was it 3D World where all of you guys were dead and then it was just me and then I made it like half the map before I just fell off and died?
Yes.
It was the last jump. I think it was the last jump.
It was the
It
last
was-
jump. It was the last jump.
One of my favorite
Oh.
moments.
Oh
So
my-
funny.
That is one of my favorite moments of the entire channel. It is so funny. It was so good. Oh my goodness. And then
I don't think I actually saw the video, but I like to hope that you put like really intense music up.
Nope.
No?
I could
Oh,
I
damn, that
probably
would've
should have.
been-
I don't typically intensely edit Let's Plays, although 3D World was slightly different. Is I kept track of stats while editing, which, oh god, that was so much work, and I'm gonna do it again. Haha. It was fun though. It was really fun seeing who is objectively the best player. And in terms of dying, in terms of not dying, Josh was objectively the best player. In terms of collectibles, I swept the floor.
Because you knew where they were.
Not even all of them. Later on, I didn't as much. Stamps, I dominated. I monopolized stamps. There was a brief period of time where you actually did pass me in green stars. But then there was a mystery box, and that we had to do multiple times. Not only did we have to do it multiple times, I was really good at that mystery box, and I got a monopoly of stars. And that ended from there. Even early on, I also died less too. For the first, 2 worlds, I was the best in every category. And then I started dying. So much. I don't have the worst records, though. Seth does. There was a brief point in time where... Brandon, you also had one of the highest death ratios. There was a period of time, though, where I had more deaths per episode than you. But then, you just went... I don't know what happened that night. It was the second to last recording session. It was us and Cole. I don't know what happened in your mind, but you essentially went insane. And you, lost 15 lives, in a level. You, would just non-stop die. And...
Gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah.
And then obviously that final recording session, I know we all hated it when we were in it, but looking back, besides the final episode itself, which is very underwhelming, the other 3 episodes we recorded that night are actually bangers. Which surprised me when
Pain is
editing.
art.
Because
Well, I think we were just so tired of 3D World and of dying and of just
and
having
of just
to get
World
through
Crown.
that.
Yeah.
We were just done. We were just dead.
See, I was so surprised though when I went back to edit them the first time I collecting stats. I was like, that's not too bad. But when I went through to do the best of, I was in shambles. Episode 33 had the second highest clip count of the entire series. And honestly, I recently watched the best of 3D World. I'd maybe cut 2 or 3 clips out of that video. I think it is my best edited video on the channel. Because I think every clip, besides maybe a handful, is really funny. So, this isn't a previous series that I was oh, it had the second most amount of clips so it could go down to half the amount of clips. No, I don't think so. Episodes 31 and 33 in particular, so the first and the third episode we filmed that night, were actually pretty funny. The felt obviously they felt awful to record, but at least they were funny. And then even the epilogue was funny, with Josh making a joke about like Miyamoto killing his father.
What?
I do that. That is something I did.
Yeah. 3D World though was actually just an amazing time. Obviously, for the most part, it was an amazing time recording and editing. Obviously, the final session was a little rougher, but
Yeah.
I had fun almost the entire way. And once I was done actually tracking stats and just gotta sit back and watch it and cut it for the best stuff. Once I just gotta watch it, what a series. I remember watching the first like 8 videos when doing the best of, and just afterwards sitting back and being like, this series is actually really funny. Because like, I missed the funny when I was keeping track of stats. I missed the funny when Josh was throwing me off ledges. But I don't miss the funny when I'm just watching. It's also just another series that added so much to the lore. Well, Josh added so much to the lore. Pretty much all the lore in that series is actually done by our friend Josh here. Like that we're all brothers. That was an offhand comment from Josh. Plus the musical numbers in 3D World were great. Because we had 2 of them. We had the episode 10, First in My Heart.
Classic.
By the Devil Derricks.
Mm-hmm.
That is a classic indeed. And then we have the Screw You Game song that closed out the final episode. What a way to
Is that the one where you just played your guitar for a little bit and then just said screw you and then...
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Well, it was actually this year, so... we're recording this. That's also crazy to think about. We recorded 3D World less than a year ago.
That's insane.
It feels like it's been so long since 3D World. But a year ago, the series wasn't even finished. That hurts my brain. Oh yeah, Brandon, we killed more minions last night. Anyways.
He broke a tile in his basement. You're smashing the minion with the
I missed.
barbell.
I didn't hit the minion directly on. So I just shattered one of the basement tiles.
He's insane. He's an insane man. We can't let him out. Keep him in the basement.
Keep me in the basement forever. I don't even remember what happened after 3D World at this point. That's where this channel peaked. Hopefully, it'll just become a peak, not the peak. But as of now, 3D World was the bomb. It was incredible. It was so good. It was so good. Can't top it. Well, Super U might be able to top it, but we'll have to see. That was fun. You'll love that series in a couple of months, YouTube. You'll love it. You'll love it. I guess the next thing was Minecraft. I guess I didn't talk about the first 2. We'll just talk about all the Minecraft now.
Oh boy.
There was definitely progression. Season 1, we had so much fun, and we were better. Well, actually, I don't think we were better. They were just less tryhards. Because I did the math. We got like 40, 50 wins back in 2020 and 2021.
Really?
Yeah. Where we only got like, 28 in the most recent set? And like 1 per episode is it? And it's like... Now, it's worth noting that this podcast, this comes right after Minecraft on my upload schedule slate. So, YouTube's seen every episode. They've seen all 28. And I don't know. Looking back at when I was editing them, I looked back and I was like, I thought I hated this. This is actually really fun. I haven't edited the second half yet. Well, I imagine the same thing. The videos are gonna be funny, but I have not been able to enjoy Minecraft since.
Yeah, that's why I rage
Not even
quit that
Hypixel.
one time.
I just cannot play Minecraft right now. I can't bring myself
Yeah.
to open that game anymore.
It's
Yeah,
For me, Minecraft comes in waves.
I agree.
Hypixel will never be a part of that wave again. I'm
Well,
so
Bed
mad
Wars
at Bed
won't.
Wars.
Like, obviously you enjoy TNT Tag. Maybe some TNT Tag every
Yeah.
now and then
That's
might
not
be
bad.
something.
That's not bad.
But
And James is doing a server, I think.
yeah, he's
So
around.
if you
He's
message
around.
him, yeah, so
Oh,
I
really?
might hop on there to do a mess with stuff.
And then
But,
obviously,
besides that,
I don't know how much I think this has been mentioned on the channel before. Season 4 of the Weekly Dose of Minecraft is going to be a SMP. Because I know that's something Bray in particular has really wanted to do for years now, and
I think that could be fun. Like an actual scheduled SMP.
yeah, it'll just be
Yeah.
like, yeah, exactly. And hopefully we'll at least have 3 to 4 people every week when we do it, but it can also be different people, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a really fun time. I really hope so. I really hope so. Because I just cannot play Minecraft right now.
Yeah.
Because I logged on James's realm and was like, no, I can't.
It's just not.
I can't do this. I can't. I'm in pain. But the series is hilarious. So it came at a cost. Yes, I suffered. We suffered. But really funny content. Really funny content. Then there's season 2, the Troll Week, which I don't know how much of that you remember, Josh, but that was pretty fun. That was fun. It was nice having Brett involved in a full series as well. Although Brett's just in more Minecraft content than I really thought. I remember when I was scheduling for the second half of Weekly Dose Season 3, I was like, Brett wasn't in a ton. I want everyone to be in the series at least once. And then, of course, James, his schedule never worked out, so I never got James in it, sadly. But then I started editing, I was like, oh my gosh, Brett's in like half of these. And I was just so shocked, and I was like, you know what, that's good, that's good. I'm glad Brett's in them. Because Brett's a funny guy.
That he is.
That he is. But no, we suffered during Minecraft. There'll be more Minecraft on this channel, YouTube. But it was a good time. It was a good time. Well, to edit. It was a good time to edit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
At the end, it was pain.
To play was a different story.
Yep.
I'll have to like keep
Also,
When we,
I obviously, since I left that one Minecraft day, I didn't know like what happened afterwards. So what happened after I rage quit? That one session.
which time? That happened twice.
Did I rage quit twice? Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know.
The
Both
first
times,
time, me and Josh just ended up doing build battle. The second time, me and Josh also did build battle, but like an hour later.
Gotcha.
It was your rage quit funneled into me rage quitting, but not rage quitting Minecraft, rage quitting recording.
I was not happy.
So we played some
that
Baldur's
day.
Gate in between, and then we went to do build battle to end out the episode.
Solid.
Yeah. The best part of the second half though is when we somehow won that build a vacation home challenge. When me and Josh somehow won that. That was so good. That was so good. Then I also love when I wasn't recording the building the giant cube in the final episode. I loved that. Like, just not recording it, especially since that was the only game you were actually there for, Brandon. So I was like, oh god damn it. Such an L moment for an L person. And, well, that really brings us to present, is all that's really left. We skipped Summer of Fun, technically.
But yeah, like you said, that was a more variety thing. There's
Yeah.
not as much to go off of there.
Some episodes weren't as good as others, and then some episodes were improv.
Right. Improv was weird.
Next time we do improv, we're not doing it at midnight. We'll say that much.
Or maybe we just don't record it next time. Because I'm not sure midnight was the problem.
No, it was so funny though. It was so funny.
It was very funny, I agree.
Particularly the dating game. The dating game and first line, last line were definitely the two highlights. Those were easily the two highlights. Those were bangers.
First line, last line was weird. It just kept getting brought back to Mario sex, and I don't know why. I tried to get it off of that so many times, and you're just like, nah, lay in pipe. I was like, come on. I'm trying to save your channel, man.
I'm here as don't wear capes.
Yeah, we might also next. I do want to do another improv video. We might also have a no sex rule, mostly for me.
Smart.
Although,
yeah.
see, what is funny? Whenever I did improv outside of the channel, I never do sex jokes. It's everyone else doing the sex jokes. I don't do it. Then all of a sudden, that night,
it was just inverted, yeah. And I don't know.
See,
I don't know why.
I have a good friend that whenever we did the game first line, last line, we always had a tradition of doing a drug scene. Just that one scene. That's also the only time I'd ever do drug scenes. It was always first line, last line, where I would just always do. It was just tradition. And
It's a weird tradition.
I don't know how we started it. I really don't, but it's something we kept up all the way till I stopped doing it. Stopped doing the class, so you know. So I just love the game in general. Definitely want to do another improv video. Need 6 people though for first line, last line. It'll make it more fun. Not being in 2 scenes. One person being in 2 scenes. That's just that ain't it.
For what it was, it worked well.
Oh yeah. And that dating game, of course, is just a classic though.
Dating games always fun.
Now,
I really like games like Party Quirks or like Complaint Desk.
I've never been a big Party Quirks guy, but that Party Quirks was funny. I wasn't like the other girls.
What is Complaint Desk?
Complaint Desk is very similar to Party Quirks. Basically, the scene is the host or main dude is a guy that works at like a complaint desk for a store or whatever, and then that person leaves, and then there are 3, 4, 5 people that all get like suggestions from the audience of like
What the complaint
objects
was.
or things that don't work, and they have to bring those to the guy at the complaint desk, and the guy at the complaint desk has to guess.
I know a very similar game called Repair Shop, where you got a person bringing in something that needs repaired, and then you got the repair shop people, but the person doesn't know what they're bringing in to be repaired.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, very similar game. Also, very similar game, very fun games, I imagine. Repair Shop's really fun.
Yeah, Complaint Desk is...
My acting class,
my favorite.
we definitely did not go PG. We had some interesting repair shops. Interesting.
I'm taking an improv class right now.
Ooh.
And it is so much fun. I love that class so much.
The guy that I want you to co-star in a movie that I want to work on, Brandon, Kai, he actually does improv weekly.
Nice.
Yeah. He's really fun. He's a great guy.
Is Kai the guy who did Joker in the...
No.
the radio
You don't
show?
know Kai.
Hmm.
You'll have to come to one of his improv nights, though. They're really fun. They're really fun.
Yeah, and like a small little improv club has kind of started from this improv class, and an even smaller section of that club, they're making like a troupe, and they're going to start performing.
I hope you should join that. You're good at. You're great.
I'm
at
going to
improv.
audition for it.
Good.
Yeah, I'm going to audition for it for sure.
Good. I'm glad you are.
It'll be so much fun and a great resume.
I hope you get into that. I do.
I do too. Plus, I mean,
It'll be fun.
I'm not saying this is going to get me in, but I'm pretty good friends with the president of the club, so...
Wow.
What is that move, Alex? what is the...
That's like
spicy.
adjusting the tie. Like if you're wearing a suit, like adjusting the tie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think we really talked about all the series with friends. It's been a great time. Thank you all, obviously, both of you, for being on this channel for, by the time this video is uploaded, over 3 years.
That's insane.
It's crazy to think it's only been 3 years, but at the same time, it's also crazy to think that it's been 3 years.
I know.
Because genealogy feels so long ago, yet at the same time, part of it feels like it could be yesterday.
I know, it's weird. I know exactly what you're
Time
talking
is so
about.
weird, and obviously YouTube, if you're watching this, thank you. I have bad news. This is really, as of now, this is what I plan to be really the third to last major non-Fire Emblem series on the channel. 2024 is kind of where it's gonna end for the most part, because I just don't know how much time I want to dedicate to. Why is my camera over? Okay, my camera just overexposed for no reason. This is like the last year that I'm gonna fully like dedicate so much time to scheduling and getting a bunch of stuff done, because I have lost years of my life from scheduling, and it's so painful. And I want to end on a bang though, which is why we're doing the podcast, we're doing the SMP, we're doing New Super U, and we're doing D&D 2. But yeah. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Studio Backlot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the backlot.
Okay, we're editing the video now. You can shut up now.
The backlot.